Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Champagne here with you, and we're back once again in the wonderful world of Hypermarket Simulator, where they just had another small update to the game. It had just a few small things in here. It took care of stalkers doing weird movements between storage racks. It took care, tried to once again take care of a customer freeze problem that was out there. And it also did some things with the trash bins. Apparently, when you moved the trash bin, its position was not saving. They have now fixed that. The big thing that they've done, day 117, the store is open for your convenience. The big thing that they've done is that if you are now holding a box of product and you walk by a trash bin, it won't throw it away anymore. They've made it so that if you've got a box that actually has something in it, you actually have to throw it away yourself. It will not disappear upon collision. That is a massive change. Massive, massive, massive. So now you can run around freely and just not have a care in the world, run into any darn garbage can you want. If you got product in there, it will not go away. You are perfectly fine. You have nothing to worry about. As long as you don't hit F or the middle mouse button on your mouse, then you're good. So just don't do that, and you'll be fine. Everything will be good. As you can see, we are halfway to level 63 now. We need 1,300 and some odd, 1,365 customers. So we're almost to level 63, at which point we will get our next license and start getting into some computer products. We stalkers assemble! Bring them in. We have also kind of changed that we're going about ordering product now just to try and make it so that the restockers have more of a chance to handle our back stock. So we're now only ordering product if we completely run out of it in the back. So like if I've got one box of it back here, even if that box only has one item in it, I'm not going to order any more until we are completely out of it back here. Just because that should help with these boxes where we have these like weird partials. So we're just going to let everything run completely out on the wall. And then when it's completely out on the wall, we'll go ahead and order more and go from there. So that is our new plan going forward. Just to see if we can, if that'll help us to get through stuff. Now, I should have ordered more before I brought in the restockers. I didn't think about it. Everything here looks pretty good, but I've got a feeling that we've got some other stuff that we're going to be a little bit low on. So we'll have to work on that just a bit. Now, with this next license that we have, being products that are going to be, we've got wireless keyboards, we've got slim design wireless keyboards, we've got white wireless optical mice, and wireless optical mice. I've got a feeling that I am going to want to take all that stuff and start setting it over here. And what that is going to mean is that I think it is time to take all of our cleaning products and start putting them over here in our grocery section, because I really have nothing else to do with this space. I've got nothing. Not a darn thing. So I think I am going to start moving all of these items all the way up and start making room for all of our other shelves. I think that is going to be the plan. So these are going to go all the way up here, just like this. And I think that lines up there. Yeah, so we have toilet paper all the way just butting up to the self-checkouts. It's perfectly fine. And then we're just going to start taking all of our cleaning products and stuff and moving them over to here. Now, that also means I'm going to have to do a little bit of storage rack shuffling around, but that'll be fine. I think I'll be okay with that. And if I counted right, I have 8 shelves that have like shampoo and cleaning products. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, counting with Rusty again. So yeah, we've got 8 shelves that will then move. And we'll keep the dog food. I might actually even move the dog food too. So that'd make 9. Or maybe, yeah, I think I'll move the dog food too. And then I'll just have to figure out where the heck I'm going to put the dog food while I'm at it. But yeah, we're going to move for sure. We're going to start with the toothpaste and the soap. So let's go ahead. Let's just start moving all these over. And I got to see how I've got them lined up here. So they're rotates like that. And then they're 3 apart like so. and on the edges, like that. Yeah, just like that. So, and then that's in line. Okay, so yeah, they line up on the big markers, on the big grid markers. And like the thick yellow lines. Those are the words I'm trying to say. The thick yellow lines. Okay, and then we'll take the cleaning products, so our dishwasher tablets and all that. These are going to move. Whoa! I'm going to try and move these. So these are going to go over here, just like this. Again, setting the left and front edges on the thick lines, just like that. And yeah, we're just going to keep on moving these. And again, I might move the dog food as well, and just have the dog food maybe over on this side. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be the last one I attempt to move. So we may not move that one. We shall see. But now let's get into the cleaners. Go ahead, start swinging these. Again, rotate 90 degrees. Just set up where they're along those lines. Just like that. Because this is going to give us room for all of our keyboards and mice. And I may not do that stuff in... I may do that on rounds, or I may do that on regular racks. I've got to figure out exactly what I want to do with that. I'm not quite sure yet. That part is still open for discussion. So we shall see what we do there. All right, and then this goes like that. Again, pushing up against the thick lines on both sides. As such, I've got a feeling this one is actually one space too far to the left. So I've got to move that a little bit more, I think. Yeah, so it's just touching that line. Yeah, now those are in line. Perfect. Meanwhile, I'm going to probably run out of lamps while I'm doing this. It's all fine. Not going to worry. Here is our... Was that all of our cleaners? That was all of our cleaners. So now we got our 4 things of shampoo. So let's get all of our shampoos. Our plethora of shampoos. Just keep on moving all this over. So this is going to go like that. Okay, and one up. Cool. And we've got so much shampoo. And later on, we're going to get even more shampoo, which is going to make this even more challenging. But we'll worry about that when we get there. That's a problem for another, another many levels. That's not a today problem. That's a much further down the road problem. Is that not... Okay, that was not on the proper angle. That's why I was having such a problem with it. And then this one... Then we'll have one left to move. Just parkour over that. Try to... Nope, that's not going to work. So let's go this way. Fine. I'll go the long way around. And is that... Now, that's on the proper angles, but one too far that way. Okay. Then we've only got one left to move. And that'll actually work out perfect, because that'll give us enough room where the TP will be right in the front and not look completely out of place. So that will be excellent. Just like that. And again, maybe I will move the dog food. I'll have to see if I want to move the dog food. I might do that. So, and that will go there. Perfect. It's almost like we planned it like that. We did not. We absolutely did not. Trust me, we did not. We're out of lamps. Let's get some lamps. Somehow we did not run out of these lamps. Which surprises me, because we normally always run out of those lamps. Those are like always gone. And now we got to start playing all of the shifting games with all of our boxes. And again, now I can take this and I can kind of slap this in the corner, because I don't have to worry about running into it with a full box of product. Or maybe I'll turn it like this. Yeah, I'll turn it like that. You just have it right there in that corner. Because then I can start moving a whole bunch of racks down. So let's move these racks this way to give me more space. Because I'm going to then move, I think, like 3 or 4 racks over from the other side. And I might move the computer over to the other side, too.
Attention shoppers,
Right,
the
so that'll
hypermarket will
go
be closing soon.
there, and then we
Please
can
proceed
grab.
to
So
the
I got to
checkout
grab
areas.
this
Thank you
rack
for
because it's got
shopping
all the
with us.
cleansers. This now has to come over to this side because we took those products and moved them to this side. We've got this one that is the dishwasher tablets and the bleach. That's also got the cat food and dog food. So basically, all of these racks need to come over. All 5 of these racks need to come over. So here's my shampoo rack. Move that over. I may not get all 5 of them here. I might. Yeah, I'm going to have to move the computer for sure. So the computer's going to go there to this side. We'll grab this shampoo. Go here with it. And then maybe I've got to move that over. Let's move that over. Here's my dog food, cat food, soap, and toothpaste. Can I get all that there? Will that get there and not be in the way of the door? Let's find out. What's it going to be like? Oh, it's a little bit in the way of the door. Just a little bit. Oh, shoot. So we think I got to move everything a little bit more to the left. I got to move it like, how far over? I think 1 whole square will do it. A square and change should do it. I'm almost positive that'll be enough. I hope it will. Let's see. Oh, we're looking. It's going to be funny if I still need like one portion of a square in order to get that one in place. But I hope I've moved it enough. Let's see. Have we done? Yes, we did. So now we got room over here for more storage racks, which is going to be fine. These cups, I think I'm going to move down over, or these cup sets, these are going to move all the way down here. And this is going to be the perfect time for me to get these things rearranged, because these are not in line with each other properly. And yeah, we are going to move the dog and cat food. So that's going to go all the way over to this side. Yeah, and then these 3 need to get placed better because they're not, there's odd spacing between them. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're going to move this. I'm going to try and move this. So move this. So these are not on, they're not on the edges of the grids here. So that's part of the problem, is that that's not on the edges of the grid. So let's take that, put it on the edges of the grid like that. That's on the edges of the grid. This is not on the edges of the grid, but now it is. Okay, so those are all in a good spot. And then this one can just kind of sit behind them. If I can grab the shelf. And we'll put this again, front, left, on the edges of the grid. And maybe give it a little more space. Maybe? Does it? It can go there for now. That's fine for now. We'll move it if we need to move it, but I think we're okay for the moment. That should be okay. We need 895 more customers. That's not going to happen with me keeping the store closed. So let's go ahead and get into another day. 472 customers, so we're doing good on customer count now. That is a nice thing to see. And we're almost at $1 million. We're just short of $1 million. And of course, by the time we get it, we will lose it all because we will go ahead and get a bunch of product in a new license, and it'll all go right back down again. But day 118, stores open for your convenience. Let's go ahead and order all the things that we are completely out of. There's going to be a big order happening here because I'm out of a lot of stuff. A whole lot. But that's okay. I'm good with it. So that's out. That's out. That's out. Any other zeros? That's not 0. So we're just going to, even though there's only a couple left, I'm going to still be good with that. Because they'll fill all of these that are like complete dead 0. And then it'll just get everything to where we at least have partials back here. And it gives them the ability to do more working of our back stock. Because if we keep on ordering tons and tons of boxes, they'll never get a chance to get the back stock done unless we just take a whole long break for them to do it. But yeah, we had a lot that we had to order here because I did not complete my order from when I left off going into day 117 before. If there's all that, I am going to go back here and check all of this as well before I get the restockers in here, because the restockers will grab all of this stuff first because they're not active yet, so they won't know what they need to do until they appear. And when they appear and see that we got a bunch of perishables, they will take care of all the perishables first, which is exactly what we want to do. So now here we go. Restockers, assemble! And grab all the perishables, bring all the perishables back first. Words are hard. And then they can get into all of the other stuff, which there should not be that much of it. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape, it seems like. So yeah, we're going to just leave that, and over here, all good. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, then the question is going to become, what do we do with this license? How do we handle it? What do we do with these computer products? Do we put them on rounds? Do we put them on regular shelves? What do we do? I'm really not sure because, I mean, again, it's keyboards and mice. And later on, what are we going to get in terms of other stuff? So we're going to have keyboards and mice. If we take a look further down, I mean, those are speakers. That's not going to be in that same grouping. Keyboards, mice. Let's see. Other stuff that may be computer type stuff. I'm not seeing a lot so far. I'm really not seeing anything else. I mean, that's all going to be big stuff. That's going to be on the floor. So keyboards and mice, that might be, I don't know. I might do that on one or two of these kind of shelves. Maybe I'll get a couple of these shelves and we'll just have a whole bunch of, because it's going to be keyboards, mice. Maybe I'll do that. That might be the way to go. And I can move two of the kettlebell. I can move all the kettlebells down, and then put two sets of these shelves in here for the keyboards and mice, and just, or maybe I'll just put them on this end. Yeah, maybe I'll just set them on the left. So yeah, we're going to plan on that. That's going to be, I think that's going to be the strategy here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get two sets of those shelves. So furniture, we're going to go with, where are they? They're up here near the top. They always have been. They are the shelf 4-racks. Let's go ahead and get those. And we'll set them to the left of the kettlebells because we got plenty of space over there. We can always move them later if we want to, but for now, we're just going to leave it there. And we're going to make that the setup for it. We're still good on window chicken. We can use a little bit more, but we're not. It's not horrible in terms of how much we got. Yeah, so there's one. And two. And that will hopefully, with two shelves, be enough to hold all those keyboards and mice. If we need a third shelf, we'll get a third shelf. But I'm going to start with two, just the same way that we got two there for the cups and all the cups. So we'll leave it like that. Those are not, are they, I guess that's the way those actually line up, so that's fine. Not a problem. So yeah, we'll have kettlebells, and we'll have keyboards, mice right there. I think that's going to be a good start. Now, of course, if these things take up a whole lot more space than I'm giving them credit for, then I'll have to completely change that. But for now, we're going to go with that. I'm going to go back here again. I'm going to see if we need any more perishables. So we do need more crepes. We do need more window chicken. And that's it. Everything else we at least partially filled. So that's all I needed to see. And they are still working on all of our back stock, because we ordered a lot. We really, really did, but that's okay. And now, since I emptied one of these boxes, I can go ahead and order another one right behind it, because I know we'll need it. Because we're basically ordering to fill the shelf at this point. And if I used one up, that means that we've got one more that we can put on the shelf. And I think I like this setup. I think I like the layout of it, because now we've got everything that would be like stuff that you would get in a normal grocery store is now going to be over here on this one side. And I'm good with that. I do need one more box of those because I did put up a whole box myself. So yeah, everything you get at a normal grocery store is kind of over here. And then we've got stuff that you would not get at a normal grocery store over on this side. And this side will continue to grow, but for right now, it's still a bit of a hodgepodge. But will improve over time. And we'll just keep on getting all this stuff. Yeah, this is all the stuff that we ordered before that we're just now starting to fill all this in. Lavender cleanser is one of these. Okay, that's over there. And I still like having all that stuff on the rounds. The rounds are still working for me for all of this stuff. I kind of dig it. It's a good way to use up that middle space, a lot of that middle space, and it's important to use the middle. It's very, very important to use the middle. I mean, we know this very well now. We've been told a number of times that we need to use the middle, and I think we're doing a pretty good job of it, if I do say so myself. I do need a bunch of toilet paper, so let's get a bunch of that too. I think 10 should do it. I feel like that should be sufficient. It is nice having the TP way up here because it shortens the walk. And given the fact that we only get 4 of these in a box, it's nice to have a short walk for all that. Got more cleanser here. Probably don't need to put any of that up, so I'm just going to run all that all the way back. I feel, yeah, we got plenty of that there, so I'm not too worried about that. And we can even reach the TP from almost at the door, which is even better. Oh, that's the flower. Say, how close do we have to be? But I grabbed something that was not the TP. So I cannot do that experiment with this box. That will not work. All right, let's see if I can grab a box of toilet paper and try that again. How close to the door can I be? They already grabbed it all. Okay, I won't get to find out. They took my experiment away from me. My darn efficient restockers. How dare they do such a thing? It's not a problem. It's okay. All good. Did we get all that TP up? We can get like maybe 1 or 2 more. Put that up. And we'll be in good shape. And of course, once again, completely out of lamps. Everybody loves lamp. They always love lamp. Except for these. These we have get and not been selling out of them nearly as much. I'm fine with that. I really am. So I'm good with it. But let's go ahead and get this all done. There's one thing I want to do here real quick. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to my settings because I do notice, and I have noticed that the audio on this game has been a little bit loud. So I'm going to turn it down just a smidge. See if that makes any difference. It might be a little quieter, but it's not crazy quieter, but it's a little quieter now.
The Hypermarket will be closing soon.
Just trying to turn down those sound effects. Because I feel like there were a lot of times where I was maybe like fighting the sound effects. And hopefully I'm not fighting them as much now. With any luck. So it seems like it's a little better. Smidge. I can always turn it down more if we need to. But that's probably a pretty good start. All right, got all of our lamps again. They've grabbed the rest of them. We need maybe 2 boxes of window chicken at this point. Maybe a third. 2 for sure. A third might be in order as well. We'll take a look there. Can I get a third up? Let's see. What do we got there? 2, 5, 8. Yep. Yeah, we can get a third. Not a problem. So that is set. Excellent. We have that many customers left. So yeah, on day 119, we will for sure be able to get our keyboards and mice. We will have a place for them right next to our kettlebells in our continuing weird wall right over there. Every place needs a weird wall, and we've got it, so we're on it. And again, you take these kettlebells, just go wee, and they won't go in there. because of that change that they made in the version that we're on now, which is like 60.083, I think, is where we are now. So yeah, you can run with reckless abandon, run, and not have to worry about losing anything. It's a good feeling. It really is. It gives you a sense of comfort, knowing that you don't have to watch every corner that you traverse while you're holding a box of product. Excellent. I love throwing empty boxes at the garbage cans. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Okay. This might get all of that up there. Yeah, it will. And then garbage can right there. Perfect. And that was the last of our customers. It was. So let's go ahead, get into it. We're not going to waste any time. They're still doing some restocking, but it's fine. We'll be okay. We're looking pretty good. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of camping stoves. We'll take care of that. That won't be a problem. But let's go ahead, run right into day 119, and get ourselves another license. $984,000. So we won't cross $1 million just yet. One day we will cross $1 million. This is not going to be the day, but we're darn close. I've had a few people that have asked me if there's anything special that I've done with the store. Day 119, the day of the next license, the store is open for your convenience. But yeah, I've had a few people that have asked me if there's anything special I've done with the store to get all the money I've gotten. And the answer really is no. I really haven't done anything. I mean, I haven't like changed any of my prices to be anything outlandish. I mean, I guess the only thing that I might be doing is maybe just ordering less back stock. But aside from that, there's nothing that I'm doing that is like a crazy trick that I could like pass on to anybody and say, yeah, if you do this, because I'm not doing anything really all that out of the ordinary with my store. It's a pretty just run of the mill store we got going on here, I would say. The only thing that I could suggest, I mean, if you're really running low on cash or trying to get a little bit more cash easily, you could stock only the products that make a whole bunch of margin and not stock other stuff. So maybe shy away from food and get a lot more shirts and lamps and stuff. So that's a possibility because you'll make more per sale that you do on that. But aside from that, yeah, I don't really have that many good tips because I'm not doing anything all that unique with my store other than running it. So it's just, I guess I just, for whatever reason, I'm making a lot of money. I don't quite know why. Compared to others, it seems. Restockers, assemble! Once again. And we do not get another restocker until level 65. We have 2 left to go. We'll get 1 at 65, 1 at 70. Oh, yeah, and I got to order all of these. So we get about 16 of those. We get about 10 of those. I think that'll be fine. And again, they're taking all the perishables first because they were not in the game before I did my order. So they will grab everything perishable, leave all the non-perishables alone until they've gotten all the perishables put away. So, and I'm a fan of that. It's nice that they do prioritize the perishables. All right. Yeah. Throw that there. And again, I could order another one. So yeah, since I'm filling those, I can keep ordering more. Every time I empty a box, I can order another one. Except for like the stuff like the sleeping bags, because I'm not really ordering those to fill my inventory. I'm just ordering these to fill what we got on the floor. I do have racks for the sleeping bags and the camping stoves. I don't think I've used them since I bought them, but I do have racks for them. They're all the way in the back. And I mean, I could get big racks to store a bunch of sleeping bags and throw them over in our nook on that side. I could do that as I like lean over for whatever reason. I don't know why I did. So I could do that. I just haven't so far. And maybe get like a wide rack that holds as much as like the toilet paper. Do something like that. But it hasn't been a priority so far to do it. Maybe at some point, but it's not on the priority list. Or not very high on it. Okay, this is the Nutella spread. Although here it's called Peta tartine. Maybe that's a different version of Nutella. I don't know. But it's basically it's a nutty choco spread. Maybe it's made out of a different kind of nut. I don't know for sure. But it's that stuff. All right. Not too bad in terms of boxes. Just peanut butter, jelly. This is going to go right over there. How much do I need? About that much. So the rest goes there. Okay. Yeah, it's the only thing that's a little bit of a challenge is now that I do have all this stuff over here, just like navigating through this section of my store is a little bit different now. But it's not a big deal. It's really not. I mean, if that's the biggest of my issues, I'm doing pretty darn good for myself, I'd say, when it comes to the store. Anything that we're out of here, we are getting low on those lamps, so we get a few more of those. Get a couple of those, About 8 of those. Just keep going with all the lamps. Because everybody loves lamp. It is just the common refrain of the store. Everybody loves lamp. And we will always oblige. We need 246 more customers to get that next license. Everything is ready for it. The racks are ready. Everything has been moved. We have a home for it. We have a space for it. It is ready to go. We just got to get the customers in here to push us up to level 63. And then we will get our next set of products, which again, I think that those are the only ones like that. So with that being the case, we're not going to end up with this giant setup of like all these different computer peripherals or anything like that. We're just going to have a few. So apparently we're just not big on computers here at this place. It's not that much of a priority to us. So no big deal. It's perfectly fine. And while we got a moment, we'll go ahead and just stock some random things, stuff that we see. I normally like, I'll do this tea as well. I was going to say, I normally like starting at like the end down there by the pasta and the rice and all that, and just grabbing stuff from there and then working my way forward. But in this case, I also like doing the tea because it feels like the tea is always kind of low to get stocked for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. But it just always feels like it's like one of the last things that they look at is the tea. Let's see. How about that? Oh, that's the wrong stuff. Right idea, wrong box. So that one's only got 5, so we'll take care of the one that's only got 5 first. Empty it out before we go to the one with 20. Yeah, now that I moved that garbage can, I've got to like get a little bit closer to there. It was nice when I had it in the front of there. Made it a lot easier to throw empty boxes away, but when I had to move all those racks over, I couldn't keep that there anymore. Not a problem. Okay. That is good. Can I get those 5 coffee up? It doesn't look like it. Well, we'll try. Maybe. Maybe we can get these 5. Oh, we can. Cool. Excellent. So then I can order 2 more boxes of that coffee. So let's do that. How about that coffee? Can we get those 4 up by any chance? We can. Cool. So then I can order those coffee. Yeah, that's my system now. Just kind of going like that with it. And other stuff I'll hold off on because like this stuff, they could be stocking that. I don't want to order that while they could be stocking it. I'm just gonna wait. That'll be stuff that we'll do at like the beginning of the day. See what it's looking like. Because there's just always that possibility that they could be stocking stuff that I would then be trying to order. And then we end up in like some kind of a chaos situation where they're then taking an extra box and just putting it in a random spot. And I'm really doing my best to not have that happen. Where I have boxes just all over the place in random spots. We've done a pretty darn good job with it here over the course of time. We'll occasionally have some stuff that we order a little bit too much of, and then we're playing the game of where did the extras go. It's always bad when it's something frozen, and then you end up with flies because they took the extra thing and they didn't put it on the refrigerated shelf, and then instead they just threw it on one of the back storage shelves because they didn't know any better. So, but that doesn't happen all that often. So, thankfully. 2 window chicken, probably. Probably not a problem there. Yeah, there's one for sure. And yeah, I think this other one will just go on the other side here. Don't throw it at the shelf. That's not going to stock it. It's not how that works. It's never how that works. Won't start now. So we are ready. We are good to go. Don't know what he's doing with that box. Not going to ask.
Attention shoppers.
Just not going
the
to ask.
hypermarket
Don't
will be
know.
closing soon.
Do we have
Please proceed to
any
the
of
checkout
those
areas.
others? Which
Thank
one
you
does
for
he have
shopping
there?
with us.
So we have no reds. We have no yellows. We have no greens, I don't think. So let's go ahead and order those. So let's get all that. Get a few toilet paper for over here. Because, yeah, those kettlebells are, like, completely empty. The reds and yellows for sure are. The greens, we can get some of it, but not all of it. And we are 15 away. So I'm just going to stand here right now. I'm going to have a little bit more water. And I'm going to wait for that magical buzzer. Or the magical voice, rather. There's no buzzer. Just the magical voice saying that we have gone up in level right
Store level upgraded.
there.
Thank you for shopping with us.
And the other thing I noticed that as you go up in level, the number, at least when you get to this point, the number of customers that you need is not that big of a gap anymore. Because, like, we needed 2,880 customers to get to level 62. We now only need 2,938 to get up to level 63. So we only jumped 58 customers. If that's a glitch, don't tell Croissant Games. Don't tell them. It's perfectly good. I like the fact that it's a lot tighter of a window for going from one level to the next. It does make it now a lot easier to gain levels in this game compared to where it was before. So yeah, don't tell them. It's fine. Don't change a thing. Croissant Games, I love it. Don't change a thing. No notes. 10-10. Recommend. Don't do it. Just leave it as it is. If that's not working as intended, make it working as intended. That's all I'm asking. So here we go. Level 63 wireless accessories. We are ready for it. Let's go and grab them. So these are going to be under what? Oh, and I need a rack, don't I? I'm going to need a rack, so let's get a rack too. I mean, I could just take that storage rack. I really could just take that storage rack because I'm not using that at all for this. So yeah, let's just take this rack. I'm not using that for what I originally made that for. So yeah, we're just going to take that, set that right there. That's going to be fine. Clear these tags. Okay, and then let's start with, so this is going to be under, what's going to be, electronics and musical instruments? It is. So keyboards. Run! Don't grab it. I'm on my way. Just leave it. Oh, these are going to go in big ones. Okay, all right, I see what we're doing here. I see what we're doing. Oh my, okay. That is going to potentially change my mind. That will potentially change my mind. Those might end up becoming a floor item. I think those might end up going on a floor. Because that is a lot. So, this is why we do these things. So we can see exactly. Or they might go up on a big round. Let's see, if I did all that on a round, how many of them would go on a round? Do I have any more rounds back here? I do. Can this go on a round? Let's just take a round and set it somewhere and see if it'll work if we put these on a round. I doubt it, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna see what happens if we take these and try and put them on a round. What's it gonna do? Not enough room to place yet. So no, that's not gonna work. So that's not going to be a thing. They may not take this and put it anywhere because the box doesn't fit. So let's go ahead and pack that back up. So pack item, pack. Oh, I can't because it's got a tag on it. Okay, let's try now. Now we can do it. So, yeah, I guess that's going to be on a... I guess we're going to put those on floor pallets. It's weird, but... Well, let's get the mice first. Let's see what the mice are going to look like if I do this. So, let's do that. I mean, I already know the keyboards are too big. So, let's go back to this. Let's try the mice. See what these are going to be like. Run! Okay, these are normal. That's all I wanted to see. These are going to be... These can go up on those. And these will then go up there. So the wireless optical Mises will go there. And we can get a bunch of those on shelves. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll set those up like that. So we'll have those those Mises there. We'll put those Mises here. That's going to be our plan. So that's what we're going to do for the Mises. We'll do that. And then the other ones are going to go on the other shelves there. I got to remember to set the prices on them. Run. So yeah, I got to change the prices on them too. Not to fear. We will do that. Wow, those ones are $41 and those ones are $11. Okay, I'll buy that for whatever reason. So that's gonna then have a home, just like that. Throw that out. Change these prices. Move them up a penny. There. And up a penny. There. Cool. So now the keyboards are going to be floor displays. And maybe I'll set them just next to these. Maybe. Just have them next to the mice? Maybe. Let's try it. So let's see what that's going to be like if I do that. Floor display units. Gonna need 2 of them for sure. So let's do that. And see what they look like if we put them right next to those shelves over there. How bad is it going to be? And how much space will... Oh no, because that's going to be right in the doorway. So yeah, that's not going to be good. Let's... All right. Keep on thinking of things here. Let's move these over. Let's do that. Okay, so is that... Okay, so that's in line. Whoop, I missed. Let's try that one more time. I didn't get that exactly where I wanted. I flinched after I set it down. There. So this floor palette, this can go here, I think. So this is... oh, wait, so those are lined up like that. I can line this up like this. Yeah, I can line up where the back end's there. I think. Is that not in line? I think that is. Oh, but it's I'd want to have it lined up there. So yeah, we'll do that, and then maybe I'll set the other one. So yeah, I'll put a bunch of keyboards here, and then I'll put a bunch of keyboards there. I think that's what the plan is going to be. And now I've got everybody outside doing nothing, so I'm going to have to give them something to do before I get into this. They're now at the point where they're like, Rusty, we're done. So you've got to hurry now. So yeah, we'll give them something to do in a second. We will give them options. So that will go there, just like that. That's not in line with the other one at all. So yeah, that's got to be... Why is that not in line at all? What have I done here? What have I done? That's supposed to be like that. That corner is supposed to be on the edges of that white box. That corner's on the edges of that white box. Why does that feel like that's not nearly enough space? I think it's because it's not. So I will kind of move that up a couple. Give me a little more room there. And those two are not in line with each other? They're not. Oh, because I moved that over a bit. That's why they're not. Maybe I'll move that down. Yeah, we're getting way too precise with this. That's good. We'll move it again at some point. What can we give you guys to do while we're getting the keyboards? We need some lamps. So get some lamps. Take care of some lamps. You guys can do that. So take care of those. Let's also give you a bunch of camping stoves. And we'll give you some sleeping bags. So you can do all that. While you're doing that, I'm going to get a couple more of those big floor racks. So we need, wherever they are, these, why do I always lose them? They're always right up near the top. They're always right up here. There we go, the storage rack one. So 2 of those. And again, these guys are that's gonna keep them busy for a bit here. Maybe not very long, but just a little bit. And then these can go, where? Oh, we're really running out of space here. Let's move that over. Let's move that over. Okay. And then let's order the other keyboards right now. So computers. And so I've got those keyboards. I don't know. I have those keyboards. I don't have these keyboards. So let's order those. Big box somewhere of keyboards. No. There it is. So I just want to get these in here. And then grab my other rack and put the other keyboards in this rack. That's the plan. That's what we're trying to do here. People are like, Rusty, what exactly do you have going on here? What is going on in your head? And I'm telling you, you don't want to know. You don't believe me, but you don't want to know. You really don't. So that will go there. Okay, perfect. So now these can go up on these. So keyboards, just like that. That's going to be better. I did not expect those keyboards to be that big. I really did not. And what is this going to be like if I get another one? Will they go 3 across like that, or is it going to get wonky on me? We're going to find out, so I'm going to grab this. Haha. You can't have it. I got it. Oh, wow, that is wonky. That's a bit jank. A little jank, but it's okay. We'll do it. We'll do it. So then the big question becomes, how many of these can we stack up? So I'm going to get 5. We're going to see exactly what happens there. I mean, maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it won't. We'll see. And then same thing with these. And these are going to go right here. It's going to be the same kind of a deal. They're only going to stack 2 across like that. And set a price on those, and we will go get 6 of them. See what's going to happen here. Again, I don't know how high these are going to stack. We're going to find out. We're going to see what happens here. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. But we're going to let them do their magic. They go at least 4 high. Do they go 5 high? They go 5 high. Okay. Will they go 6 high? Will we find out? I don't know if we'll find out. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they've got any that they oh, they will go 6 high. All right, so they did take some of these other ones and they put them back here. I don't know why they did that, but for some reason they did. All right, so they go 6 high. Then the question becomes, will they go 7 high? Let's see. We've got 6. Can we have 7? All right, she's grabbing that box. Will they go 7 high, or is 6 the? Oh, they will go 7 because we're 7 there. Will they go 8? I don't know. 7 might be the limit. Well, we're gonna find out. Let's see if how high can you stack your keyboards on a pallet? That is the question. Right now we got 7. We're shooting for 8. I don't think we're going to get 8. I think it's going to stop at 7. Because that just feels like it's way too tall. No? Okay. They've proven me wrong. We can go 8. So Maybe it'll go 9, but I don't think so. Again, these things are like they're held to each other by the magnets or by the force. In case you're wondering how it is that these aren't falling off the pallets, well, first off, naughty corner because you asked a question, and then secondly, it's probably it's some form of science that's keeping these on these pallets. So it's probably it's going to end at 8. That's kind of what I thought, is that it would end at 8, but that's a lot of keyboards. It's a lot of keyboards. Oh, and I got to order all those mice too. We'll do that another time. That'll be something for another day, I do believe. So then the next thing that comes up in terms of licenses is 64. This is when we're going to start getting into some fancy stuff for your house. We're going to have a rustic cabin ornament, we're going to have a metal antique box, and we're going to have a vintage barn ornament. So this is when we're going to start seeing, I don't know where we're going to put that stuff. We're going to have to figure something out with that. But we'll at least, it'll be one level till we get that. Level 64, we get that. Level 65, we get our next restocker. And then 66, we get some more t-shirts. But we now have everything we're going to get in the way of like keyboards and mice. It's all right there. Yeah, we didn't order enough mice. We'll take care of that another time. We have 8 high keyboards here in our store, and all of our other products, all of our grocery products are now all the way down there. Another major change here at the hypermarket as we continue our charge towards trying to get everything. It's a long slog, but we continue on. That is going to be all for this one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave a like. If you really like this video, I'd love it if you consider giving the channel a subscribe. But until we meet again, thanks as always for being a part of all of my silliness. I'm Rusty Champaign, and we will see you later.